Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy, and this is my latest tutorial. This is how to make a Viking sword and a Viking helmet. I give you the template for the sword. The helmet is so easy you don't need a template for it. A fun project, easy to do. If you've never made one of my projects, this is the one to do. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and trebuchets, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model boxes, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. Okay, print up the template. The link is in the description of this video down below. And the nice thing about this project is I have 3 different pommels: wisdom, strength, and courage. So cut out the pommel that you want your sword to accentuate: wisdom, strength, or courage. I'm going with wisdom. Kind of fun, I like this. And there's only 3 pieces to the sword, so it's really easy to make this one. And then you tape those 3 pieces together like this to make the sword, and try to keep that lined up nice and straight. It makes a difference when you glue the 2 pieces together. But now you have a template. So lay that on your foam board or cardboard. And trace it. Trace all the way around it. And I'm going to show you how to do those intersections. This is what you do. Like for the fuller or blood groove, what you do is you go over the lines, pressing firmly with a pencil, a blunted pencil, so you don't cut the paper, you don't tear the paper. And then what happens is you can see an indent in the foam board or the cardboard, and then you can draw those lines out. I'll show you. I don't think you can see that too well, but I can see it fine. And you'll see yours. So you do the whole fuller like that, the whole center section. And then you do the same thing for any inner lines on the guard and on the pommel. Press firmly to indent the foam board, and then now you can see those lines and you draw them out. So you've got the completed sword on your foam board. Do this twice. Make 2 of these. You know, I hadn't done a sword in a long time. It's been a while. I've been doing so many other different things that I've said, hey, I want to really do a sword. And you can clean it up with a straight edge like this if you're not happy with how straight the lines are for your tracing. So you've made 2 of them, cut them out. And an easy way to cut foam board is to make 3 passes. Don't try to cut all the way through in one pass. There you go. Two pieces. And if you want a super strong sword, make 3. But flip them over so you can't see the pattern, and then apply some glue. I'm using a hot glue gun. You can use any kind of glue that will glue paper. And glue them together. Simple as that. So now let's clean it up a little bit. Because you've glued 2 pieces together, you're going to have a little bit of excess around the edges where they don't match. You know, cut that away with a sharp knife. And then sand the edges with some sandpaper if you have it, to make it all nice and crisp and well put together. Now the fuller. We want an actual fuller. It's like a beveled indent. And this is how you do it. Cut away the layer of paper like this, and pluck out the paper as best you can. You don't have to get all the paper. It'll be fine. I'll show you in a second. But get as much of the paper as you can get out easily without struggling too much. All the way down the full length of it. And then fold over some sandpaper and do this. I'm using 80 grit. So now that causes that nice round shape inside there. Do the whole thing until you're happy with it. You're going to be glad you did this because it really makes a difference in how the sword looks. So we'll finish up the building of the sword by cutting the various lines on the guard and the pommel. And then you run a pencil in them to open them up a little bit. This makes good definition between the various metal parts. Alright, so we're done building it. Looks good. Let's paint it. And you know, you can follow my color scheme or you can make your own color scheme. See, that fuller looks good. But I painted the pommel gold, the guard gold, the handle red, and finish it off by painting the blade silver. And if you don't have silver, you can use a light gray. So that's it. The sword is done. Now next we will, well, let's take one quick look at it, and then we will move on to the helmet. And the helmet's pretty easy, you just need some cardboard. You can't do the helmet with foam board easily, so you should use cardboard for it. I like it. There you go, see? Gonna fit right exactly to your head. So cut yourself some corrugated cardboard like this. It's 2 inches wide. All the pieces are 2 inches wide. And you know, bend them up like this so it's nice and pliable. Form it in a circle and fit it on your head with a little bit of extra space. And then you add 2 more pieces. One across the front and one from left to right. Really quite that simple. And notice that one of them sticks way out over there on the right. That's the nose piece. We'll get another look at that. So you can paint it silver if you wanted. If you have silver duct tape, use that. It makes it so much easier. And it gives it kind of a metallic look. So, you know, wrap the whole thing in your duct tape. And see, there's the nose piece. Don't forget that when you're doing one of the pieces there. Now draw out a couple of horns and then on cardboard and then cut them out. And glue them one on each side of the helm. And I cut away the duct tape so the glue would take really well. If you can get at the cardboard underneath, the glue will hold better. So finish off the helmet, the building of the helmet with some rivets. And you could cut little pieces of foam. You could, if you don't have a hot glue gun, you could even use regular glue. It just takes a while to dry, and that's it. So let's paint it. The base of the helm is, the base of the horns is black. Then paint the horns white. That's it. You can have this, and then add a little bit of brown to the horns to make them look like horn. And that's it. You're all done. You can have this done in one afternoon, and you can be a Viking. If you make this project, remember, send me a picture. I will send you a certificate of contribution. Finish it off by painting your rivets. Thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Leave me a project suggestion. I do take project suggestions. Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. I always have lots of fun and interesting and very creative projects. I do 2 new ones every week. As an example, here's a couple more videos you might want to watch.